Okay, once I get it running in the background, we can get started. Oh, there it is. So I can minimize that and this. Awesome sauce. Okay, the page is up on Notion, so we can go ahead and start with our our vision, our values, and our mission. I see Sister Kathy is there. Would you like to do the vision for us? Sister Kathy? Let me see.
It would help if I unmuted, wouldn't it?
It would be helpful. Thank you.
I read it though. No. I was reading it. It says, our vision is to help every young person identify and develop their unique talents and dedicate them to the Lord's service. We envision a world where never again must a young person live an aimless life. We seek to a time when all young people know their true purpose and lead meaningful lives in the Lord's service.
Amen. Thank you. And I'm going to unsync that. And I can read the values. It says, enthusiasm. We are passionate about the work we are engaged in. Sacrificing. We take up our cross by stepping out of our comfort zone for Christ. Faithful. We are faithful in that which is least so that we can be faithful also in much. Leadership development. We develop leaders by giving others the opportunities we wish we had when we were in their situation. Intentional. We lead purposeful and intentional lives by having a definite aim in all that we do. Communication. Of all the gifts we have received from God, none is capable of being a greater blessing than our speech. Improvement. Something better is our watchword. Resourcefulness. We are extremely resourceful leaders who always have more than enough resources to do what God has called us to do. A bias for action. We are action takers who love making tough decisions quickly. And solution-oriented. We are problem solvers who consistently solve increasingly high leverage problems. So those are our values. So Deborah, I see you on the page. Would you like to do our mission?
Sure.
Thank you.
Our mission is to inspire and rightly train an army of youth to dedicate their lives to Christ's service and engage in the finishing work of redemption before the soon coming of Jesus. Amen. We do this through our unique digital training curriculums, live workshops, daily videos, mentoring, and other exclusive success resources.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So now we're going to go to step 2, where we reconfirm annual aims and confidence in achieving our monthly missions. So Carmen is not here, so I'll just read his. It says Carmen will migrate 12 of our high leverage classic funnels to ClickFunnels 2.0 so we can create a centralized customer center to improve our student learning experience by December 14th. Then it says Shadicia will implement the principles found in all 8 modules and beyond of Daryl E's YouTube mentorship program so we can build a lead generating machine and a thriving community by December 14th, 2023. And Enoch, I see you on the page now. Would you like to read your annual aim?
Enoch will market the I Want to Mentor book by making 1,000 book offers so we can master the art and science of marketing by December 14th, 2023.
Thank you. And Sister Kathy?
Kathy will gather 100 attendees to an online challenge so we can fulfill our contract by having Myron repitch for us by May 8th.
Thank you. And Shanicia will apply the 4 ways to grow a business framework to acquiring strategic partners and affiliates so we can develop ever-expanding win-win opportunities for each party as measured by landing 30 speaking engagements in 1 month by December 14th, 2023. Alright, step 2.2. We get to do the fun part. Reconfirm progress and confidence in achieving monthly missions. And so we will start with you, Sister Kathy.
Kathy will, and
How do I...
Kathy will set intentions and conduct. Kathy will set intentions and conduct a challenge funnel workathons with Kamran and Deborah to work on the Make Money as a Mentor challenge funnel so we can have somewhere for our 100 plus challenge attendees to attend, to purchase tickets by March 29th.
Okay, and out of 8 workathons, how many were you able to do this week?
This week,
Yes, how many more did we add?
there's 9 down. Last one was on the 23rd.
And are those including, what do you call it? What did we do last week? The implementation workshop?
Implementation. No, I don't think it did. I don't think, no, it got recorded from the implementation workshop.
Ooh. So
And it was worked on this week, but we do know it was.
oh, so now altogether, including an implementation workshop, how many do we have?
Probably 10.
Because the implementation workshop is 3 days.
And did we work on it all 3 days, or on the first and second day, or did we do it all 3 days?
That's a good question. I think it was the first, maybe the first and second.
Does anybody else remember if it was first and second day? And before we went to and the thing that they went to on the 3rd day.
Oh yeah,
Which-
that counts.
Hmm?
The phone call? Was that a workathon? I don't know. I'm gonna put 12. I think 12 I'm more sure of than anything else. Okay. And what progress were we able to make this week? Because the progress is already like a 10 out of 10. Confidence, 10 out of 10. That we will achieve it in 9 days. But what were we able to get done?
They were able to. Amran, are you there?
No, he's still not here.
Okay.
But I think he's out of the bathroom now, though. I know Enoch had that phone call with Roland. That was helpful.
Right. Right, that was definitely helpful. And that was this last week, yes. Besides the implementation workshop, 14th through the 16th.
We worked on Can anybody else think of anything that we were able to get done last week in regards to the challenge? I know. Oh, there he is. I know, Sister Kathy, you and I worked on, what do you call it? Emails.
And did we do that on Thursday?
No. That
Or
was,
did we do,
I think that was either Monday or Tuesday.
oh, Monday before the, okay, implementation workshop. You're right, Monday.
Yeah.
Monday.
Emails. Whoops. Okay. Are you gonna take those over there? Okay. I'll just stay here then.
And then for the other one.
Thank you. What was that?
It's already there. That's okay. The 13th was already, Shanisha and Kathy reviewed the emails. Okay, that's already recorded. So there was like, okay, thank you.
I'm looking through the stepping stones to see if anything jogs my memory. Well, this, where it says update the premium value offer portion of the challenge funnel, that's what we did during the implementation workshop. So that got done. Does Kathy want to check that off?
I'm on but I honestly don't see where you read that from.
It's the first checkbox in the stepping stones toggle.
This one, thank you.
Just the first part, I know for sure we worked on. Okay, if we can't think of anything else, well, oh, okay, come on, go ahead.
Put the new direction emails on ClickFunnels.
Come on, put the new direction emails on ClickFunnels. That's good.
My computer crashed.
And his computer crashed.
No, that's not progress.
Okay. You can use, I had number 4, you can use that one. Your account is on there. Anything else that you can think of before we move on?
It says down here, it says, Omron used data and feedback from the first Make Money as a Mentor challenge to update the funnel. Were you able to do that? And then it says, Mom, check how many opt-ins we have every week on Wednesday.
Those are things that we can go through, like as we're planning like weekly wins and things for the week, and we're looking for support or whatever. We can check the stepping stones to see where our names are. But I know the main things that we did this week was the implementation workshop, and if people worked on things on Monday.
Okay.
Support unique and creating outline, and some of these are probably already done but not checked off.
Mom, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how clear are you as far as checking the analytics for the challenge funnel on how to do it, where to put it, and having a system to do that regularly?
Was I doing that okay before?
Kamran, was she doing it okay before?
How do I know what okay is?
Did you understand what it was saying? All right.
Maybe that's an. Maybe that's an area. I was gonna say maybe that's an area for support.
That might be an area what?
For support.
Well, we have to find out if it was good enough first.
Right, that's
before
what
we go supporting people.
no, that's what I'm saying. It's like find out if it was. Maybe you can have a conversation with them. He's not responding right now.
Mom, she's saying that this is an area for you to have support.
Well, I feel like I did okay. If he needs support, then maybe we need to talk. But I don't feel like I need support on it. I just go there and look and put it up there. I mean, if it's not sufficient for him, then he's the one who would speak up about that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go out trying to get support for something I feel like I'm doing okay. That wouldn't be right.
I hear you, Mom. I think you're confused until you hear some of his feedback. That's how I look at it.
Well, I don't even know he needs support unless he gives me feedback.
That's why I'm bringing it up.
But shouldn't you bring it up to him instead of me?
No. I wanted to know how clear you thought you were, and now I realize you think you're very clear on what you were doing.
Well, I was doing my best.
It's good. Your best
What I understand.
Your best is all that we require.
Okay.
But I encourage you to pursue talking to Carmen about this. Would you be willing to do that?
Nick, if it's not bothering him, I think that
Mom,
it's
he never
fine.
said it's not bothering him.
Well, I don't understand. If I needed $100 to pay my rent, would I ask you to go pursue me to get $100 from you?
Mom,
What?
are you here to help support the team? Or are you here to have things done your way?
Enoch, if you do things the wrong way, they keep being done the wrong way. But if you teach people how to do it right, then it gets done right.
I'm teaching you how to do this right. If you want to be supportive and helpful, then taking a proactive stance will be extremely helpful. If you're not proactive, then the whole team suffers.
Somehow, I feel like that is getting, like, tripped up on me. You know what I mean? When I was in job corps, they separate the women from the men. And there was like some hungry men out there, and sometimes one of those girls would get raped, and then they would blame the girl for what the guy was doing. That's inappropriate, because then the guy doesn't have any responsibility. You know what he does? He goes out and he rapes another girl. It doesn't make sense for
Mom?
somebody to take on the responsibility that somebody else should have.
Mom,
What?
I'm not saying that Kamran's without responsibility. I'm not saying that at all. Each person has responsibility, but if I bring that to like when I talk to Kamran privately, I can bring that up, but if I address that now, he's just going to shut down more. And if we put it in his hands while he's shutting down, it's a less likelihood that he's actually going to pursue.
How do you know he's shutting down? You don't even let him talk.
You asked him questions, gave him plenty of opportunity to speak. He got hung up on your question and then went silent.
So then why don't we just move on instead of trying to shift it around and stuff? Just move on so he has time to think about it.
Okay, I'm just asking you for a favor. Are you willing to please pursue the conversation with him? It would help.
Yes, I will.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your willingness. I don't believe you're doing anything wrong per se, but I just know that until you learn to send analytics that are usable, then it's going to be more difficult for all of us to really track our progress and see what's effective.
Alright. Thank you guys. Before we go to the number one biggest problem, Sister Kathy, would you like to do your weekly wins from last week? We can just go in order.
Thank you. That's at what number?
3.1.2, the very next toggle after progress. It says weekly wins from last week.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
3.2. Got it. Okay, my weekly wins for last week were helping Catherine to find a time to give me feedback where she needs support and what the biggest problems are.
Were you able to do that?
Yeah,
You can
I
just
was
say the
able
ones.
to communicate with her, and then she sends me a voicemail this morning. And so, yeah.
Okay, you can check them off as you go, the ones that you're able to get done.
Work with Enoch and Shanisha for scheduling people to speak on our podcast. I don't think that got done. Work with Shanisha to see what playlist we can create for the new YouTube channel. That didn't get done.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what is the number one biggest problem that you or we are currently facing, such that by solving would make the greatest difference in moving this monthly mission forward? And what could you or we do to solve it?
Good question.
Kathy, what are you thinking about right now?
What's the biggest problem? What do we need to move the mission forward? I see what's underneath the toggle, the biggest problem, but I don't know what of the different ones is the biggest problem. That's what I'm thinking about. How do I figure out which one's the biggest problem?
What do you see prevents you from having these conversations during the week?
That's a good question. That's the biggest problem, Shanicia.
So,
What
can you repeat
No.
Can you
it?
describe that?
Not being responsible enough to talk to people during the week.
Kathy,
Yes.
this doesn't have to do with you not being responsible or being responsible. This isn't an issue of your identity. It's just a system that we are working on, and there's either a system not in place or what have you, but it doesn't mean you're not responsible.
The job's not completed, it's not done. That shows irresponsibility.
You could say that it shows irresponsibility, or you could say that it shows that you are growing and you're learning, and when there's a new job, you're having new opportunities to understand what works and what doesn't work, and that's what success looks like. It's almost like you're expecting instant perfection on something that's rather new to you and all of us. When we're getting into the groove, that doesn't mean that you failed or we failed or others failed. This is literally the process where we have to improve like this. But that doesn't mean that it's not a reflection on your identity. And you are responsible. If you were not responsible, then you wouldn't have taken this so hard.
Dude, the biggest problem is taking responsibility and doing what needs to be done during the week.
You already do take responsibility. You can take responsibility and still not, and it's still not done. It's not what's going to get it done. You already have taken responsibility for this.
What do you see as the biggest problem?
I'd say the biggest problem is creating a system for consistently discovering the biggest bottleneck in each monthly mission.
Cameron, write that down.
Yes, Conrad is taking notes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cameron.
Alright. So it looks like there's some things here to choose from. What expectations are at risk of being unmet? And Sister Kathy, you said we're not doing like too much of a variation of things this week, right? It's just the quarterly meeting.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand your question.
You said we're not doing too many things that might hinder us from getting things done this week. We just have the quarterly meeting this week. Is that the only thing?
That's right.
Okay.
The quarterly meeting is Wednesday, but we'll be doing all the workathons other than the workathons on Wednesday morning.
Okay. So what expectations are at risk of being unmet? What would prevent us from getting things done this particular week, just this week? Or what is something that we are procrastinating, even if it's on purpose, this week? What do you say, Cameron? And anybody can answer this question. We're all involved in the monthly mission. But if there's nothing, we move on. Is it Kathy, do you have something or no?
I can't think of what it would be.
Okay. 3.4. Where do you see people or you need support to move forward? Where can we support you? What about in, well, there's creating a system for that. What could creating that system look like, Amy? Where would we need support to move forward with that?
I think going through the Manage Like a Boss course is extremely helpful in reading the system, following the steps that are found there. And just seeing what is a time and a place what's a time and a place that can be used for each directly responsible individual to have a conversation, identify how long you want the conversation to be. So speak to each other during these times? If it's regular, then see that would ensure that there's more likely to be done.
Okay. Thank you. And
Question. Where it says go through the manage like a boss course, should that not have my name on it then?
Should it not?
Shouldn't it? Brother Comrade?
Probably should.
We put Kathy there. Thank you.
okay, and Sister Kathy, I spoke with you already, but support this week with doing emails, writing the emails, and Carmen support with reviewing them.
Yes.
I'm thinking the challenge is happening while I'm gone, and I would need support for someone to do the parts that I usually do, which is mainly sending out like the links and things when they're mentioned, like on the last day. The last time I was asking if I still need to, you know how we were facilitating the questions and things, but not sure if we're going to be doing that format anymore. So just whatever part that I would usually play during that time, I would need support. I would have to think about that. But it can be written down still. Does anyone else need support in regards to the challenge? Building out the funnel, just whatever parts that you play before we move on. So you gotta keep going. Alright, number 2. It says Shanicia will set intentions and conduct 8 workathons to implement the assignments found in modules 2 through 5 of YouTube channel Jumpstart with Daryl Eves, so we can build a thriving and profitable community by March 29, 2023. And workathons that were completed out of 8. I don't think this was updated. Yeah, this was not updated, but I think we were able to get the 8 out of 8. I know we did something Tuesday, but I didn't record it. It didn't show. What was Tuesday? Was Tuesday the 6th? Let me see. Calendar. Whatever it was, I know we did something last Tuesday. Sister Deb and I worked together or something.
Implementation Tuesday?
That was Tuesday? I thought that was... Oh yeah, you're right. That was Tuesday. I might be thinking about the week before then. Okay. Scratch that. We didn't do any workathons this past week. But I guess some other progress that we were able to do was what's it called? We were practicing the daily life videos for things that are going to go on YouTube. So some of the things that Enoch records in the daily life videos are going to go on YouTube. So that's cool.
You're able to practice?
Yeah.
What?
Practice with the daily life videos. Some of the concepts or lessons that Enoch is going to teach on YouTube. And there was something else. I'm not sure. So let's move on. Then it says here, weekly wins from last week. It's my turn. I was able to work on the premium value offer and a challenge funnel. Work with the team to do that. days 1, 2, and 3. I had a chance to lead out a portion of it on Thursday, which was kind of cool. Then, what else was I able to do? Work with Sister Kathy to craft 2 more emails for our challenge funnel. Did that on Monday, that's already there. Looks like that's all. Alright, so that's weekly wins from last week. And now step 3.2. What is the number one biggest problem that you or we are currently facing, such that by solving would make the greatest difference in moving this monthly mission forward, and what could you or we do to solve it? I'm thinking of 2 things, but I think one of the biggest things right now, this is like for Content Rhythm and YouTube, is getting like batching those outlines, getting those done so we can start recording the videos for YouTube, putting those out there, and so we can have analytics that we can actually look at and start working on building that channel out. That's been slow going. What else is in here? What expectations are at risk of being unmet? Tuesday. Should work out for Tuesday. Let's see, when is the other one? Thursday. Sister Deborah?
Yeah.
Do you have any plans for Thursday's YouTube workathon?
No.
No. Do you see anything that might hold us back from getting stuff done this week? I can't think of anything. Personally.
I think just working on it. Just gonna work on it.
It
Okay.
seems like Thursday, let me look at the calendar really fast. Thursday. Oh, okay, never mind.
We're
Never
good.
mind.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that's happening this week either that might prevent us or any unmet expectations in regards to time or other things, at least not yet. So, we can go to 3.4. Where do you see people or you need support to move forward? I already spoke to you guys yesterday, but with Sister Deborah, it's for us to find some AI tools that might help us with different portions of YouTube. Sister Kathy and Sister Deborah, hopefully we can get it done this week and move on. But with creating the playlists for the YouTube channel, and Katharina, I gotta talk to her. Seeing how, I guess this is Katharina and Enoch, but seeing how many outlines we can get done this week so we can batch record those videos. And
I talked to Katharina yesterday and asked her if it would be easier if she just focused on doing one a week. Would it be less intense or easier for her? And she said, yeah.
So doing one outline a week and recording one video a week? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, just if that's what she's capable of creating. There's that. And Kathy, we talked about during the implementation workshop the potentially doing the group coaching schedule like how Myron does it, where it's directly after the Momentum Masterclass, so I can turn off the Skills Unlimited and go over to the Momentum Masterclass and then schedule it then afterwards, and then it opens up Thursday to work on YouTube or strategic partners work.
Oh yeah, almost forgot about that. And go ahead, Sister Kathy.
Okay. I know you mentioned my name, and I'm listening, but I don't understand what you were saying. You wanted to do it, you had talked about it during implementation, I heard that, about doing something right after the challenge.
No.
Okay.
You know the group coaching sessions that we have printed scheduled every other week on Thursday?
Yes, I do.
We have it for every other. What I was saying is to do that directly after the weekly master class, not challenge, but master class on Tuesday.
Oh, it's Tuesdays. Got it.
Tuesday,
Okay.
9 to 10, just like how Myron does it. He does his weekly training on Wednesday morning, and then he does his weekly coaching the hour right afterwards.
Okay. So we would do that Tuesday morning, between 10 and 11 then, the coaching.
Yeah.
Okay, instead of on Thursday.
And then Thursday would free us up for recording videos
Yeah.
and or strategic partnership hackathons.
Okay. All right. I can definitely move that on the calendar. So starting tomorrow, Tuesday, doing the group coaching following the master class.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least we will have that as our designated time. We'll begin it when we have students at that time.
Okay. Will do.
Thank you, Sister Kathy. And thanks, Enoch. And thanks for talking to Katharina too, because I had it in my mind to do so this week.
I remember right, the group coaching was an hour and a half, I believe, right? Not an hour, but an hour and a
Yeah.
half? Okay. So it would be from 10 to 12:30. No, to 11:30. Thank you. But because the other goes from 9 to 10, should we start group coaching at 10:30? Or is that too long in between? So that if we start late,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. And what was I gonna say? I completely forgot.
I'm gonna say woohoo!
Yeah, let's go with that. There was something to do with the outlines. Anyways, yeah. Oh, let's put to work with Katharina, because the last time we worked together, I was able to like break the transcript down for her, and that worked. So work with her on the outline this week. See if that's still something that she finds helpful. I'm willing to do that. And I think there was something else, but I don't remember now. Yeah, let's move on. Yeah, let's move on. Oh, one more thing. There's like an about section that's on YouTube. You know when people usually put like this channel is about, and then they say who the person is. I created one of those a while ago, and I need Enoch's support for reviewing it, see if he wants to use that, how it sounds and things, so I can put it on the channel. What was the next thing? What was that?
That's nice.
Yeah. So I think that is all for that. Sister Deborah, where do you need support to move forward with YouTube?
With YouTube, I think we need just a system going that, we choose what apps we're going to use and get that going.
Yeah,
I
that
think
would
that'll
be
be
good.
good.
That would be.
I think that'll help us a lot.
Okay. And where else?
And I want
Can you
to
see where else?
say thank you for helping me do that.
You're
For helping me with the account and the course.
You're welcome.
And then what was your other question?
I was asking if there was anything else that you can think of.
I think we're gonna have to go through the videos that we have and decide which ones we're gonna transfer over, because we're not transferring them all, right?
You mean videos from our old channel?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how the transfer thing is gonna work. I'm not sure if we're transferring them or if we're I think we were gonna re-record them at some point, but I don't think it's.
Well, we need to find out which ones need to be recorded then. Because he was just asking yesterday what he should make a video on.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we should make a list of those that are good. That would be good to redo.
That would be good practice.
Those are for daily life videos, not YouTube. But the ones to prioritize for YouTube are videos that have my origin story in them.
Okay. But even though, yeah, there are daily life videos, but we can do, like, you've been practicing with daily life videos, and you're gonna use some of them for YouTube, so we can practice with some of those.
I was just clarifying for Mom so that she understands the process.
Oh, okay, yeah. But that's a good suggestion. All right.
This
Yeah.
this is to re-record them as daily life videos, not for the new channel.
Well, recording them as daily life videos is practice for the new channel, but specifically practice with the ones that have origin stories. Good question. Thanks, Kamala. Excuse me. Alright.
Origin story.
Yeah. My throat feels funny. Alright. I think that's it. Yeah. So let us move on to the next one. Sister Deborah.
Deborah would challenge the team in learning to use AI to replace all of our activities so we can multiply our time, value, productivity, momentum, and do only those things we can do. Only those things we can do by March 29th, 2023. The workathons. I've worked with
How many were we able to get there?
everybody,
March 9th.
but I don't think I worked with anybody during the week, one-on-one.
During last
Did
week?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Did we work together, Shanisha? I don't remember.
Not this past week. The week before we did. Yeah.
Two.
But were we able to do anything else though? Like with AI, did you practice anything? Did you learn anything new?
Well, I learned some things from Enoch, and I watched some videos, but I don't know what that does for my challenge there. My progress.
Well, learning, and then what you learn, you can teach us too.
Yeah.
Something that
We're all supposed to be learning, though, right?
Yeah, and so even if you express what you learned, that's still progress. Everybody else had the chance to express what they did. But yeah, it's still progress. Like for me, I was learning how to do descriptions, and and learning how to use it for descriptions. It's been some interesting stuff, but that's something that I've been working on. Descriptions and hooks for daily life videos. And yeah. I know Enoch, he was working on a course or something. He's working on a course this week with it. I think Friday. Yeah, Friday. Confidence. What is it called? Confidence on, I don't know, in front of cameras. Confidence course I call it, but I know it has another name. So that's cool. Okay. That's still good progress. Does anyone else want to share what they were able to use ChatGPT this week for? Oh, we used it during the implementation workshop too. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
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 Do you remember what we did? I know we were coming up with, was it the frequently asked questions? No. It was the benefit bullets. I think we were using
yeah.
we're using it to help us craft those out. That was interesting to use, and Sherry did it too. I think she did 2 of them, and she enjoyed it.
I like it.
Me too. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember anything else. But I'm sure if we were able to like be aware of what we're doing and how we're using it and write it down, we will see that we actually do more than what we report on.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Yes, comrades.
I know
we shall
I play
see.
with it a lot more than what I could think about to say right now.
Yeah.
I play with it on different things. Yeah.
We were talking about ChatGPT.
Yeah. Or
We
other
still
AI.
need your support to delete the chats that you create and stop creating new ones.
Oh yeah.
Did I start a chat on her?
You start a whole bunch of chats. Every time we get in there, we have to scroll down and scroll through all of your new chats.
Oh really? Is my chat connected to your chat or something?
Do you mean your account? Like you have a different account?
Yeah.
I think the ones
You're not
that
supposed to be using your own account. We have one account.
Well, I use my account so I don't do that to your account.
That's not a good reason to use a separate account. It's better to use one account.
Okay, I'll look at it.
Okay, thank you.
Will you write that down, Comron, please? Huh?
I think he did. He did already.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
What did you just say, Nick?
I said thank you.
Oh.
What was the other thing? I got to delete the chats, but was there something else?
Just delete the new chats on ChatGPT.
Yeah, that was it. Alright. So now let's go to the weekly wins from last week. Sister Deborah, what were you able to accomplish? Step 3.1.2 with your weekly wins. Wait, yeah, yours are on there.
My weekly wins?
Yes.
Let's see what we did. Weekly wins.
Weekly wins. Wow, the implementation workshop? What does that
I
mean?
don't think... Kathy, we didn't do Notion last week, did we? I can't remember.
No, because of the
Implementation.
workshop, we did not do Notion or the Fi
Or what?
or Fi Notion, Notion or Fi Notion. Right? We
Yeah,
did.
and
Go ahead.
but By Notion was on Mondays when we do that, right?
That's right.
Yeah. I don't remember, why didn't we do it on Monday? Do you remember?
Did we have visitors over? No. That was a Monday. I don't know.
Maybe we did do it Monday then. Maybe we did do Find Notion on Monday. We just didn't do Notion on Tuesday.
Fine motion.
And we didn't do HELOC on Thursday.
Lock.
You guys were adding categories on Find Notion.
That's right, we were. We did do it Monday. Last Monday.
That's good. And then, I don't think I did transformation with anybody. Did I do it with you, Sherry? I might have done it with her.
That would have
Do
been
you remember?
Thursday, right?
No, because of
That was
the
it.
implementation workshop.
Yeah.
And I think we did do Notion, Find Notion on Monday because didn't we work on putting the categories together?
Yeah, you're right. We did do it Monday. You're right. It was just Tuesdays and Thursday that we didn't do. HELOC
Thursday,
and
Wednesday, and Thursday, yeah.
Notion.
We're not.
Yeah, so
Okay.
so probably not then.
All right. So, yeah, that's all I got done then.
Alright. So now let's go to step 3.2. What is the number one biggest problem that you or we are currently facing, such that by solving would make the greatest difference in moving this monthly mission forward? And we're talking about AI. And what could you or we do to solve it? What is your
I
biggest
think-
bottleneck with this?
I think where I need the most help is people sharing with me what they think that they're going to use the AI for in their particular things that they're doing, and looking to see how I could support each person in that area that they want to use I was going to say Find Notion, use AI in.
Okay, and that is, I think they're going to use. So what does that look like? Is that like creating a system, like a feedback system of some sort? A report
No.
system? People to let you know?
Well, I planned on working one-on-one with people until we could get something going for them,
Mm-hmm.
and just if we could, if you guys want me to help you guys out or something. If you think you could do it yourself, that's okay too. But if you want me to help you out, help me to understand what you need help with, or even what you want to do, because maybe you want to do something you don't know how to pull it off, or something like that. That it would be nice to let me know. And then if you do have something going on already, that would be nice to know too. So if you could just message me or something,
Okay.
tell me what's going on for you.
Okay, is that clear for everyone?
We can talk about it in the group too if you want.
Yeah, I can do that. Communicate. Okay, next comrade. 3.3. What expectations are at risk of being unmet?
Well, I think that if we don't choose something to use AI in, there's gonna be well, like for instance, we can only be as good as we are, right? So like if we were writing out an email, and let's say I was using my grammar and my knowledge of writing emails, I think that it would be better if I used AI to come up with what it is. Not only to get the email done better, but using AI helps you to be a lot more precise
Oh
and
yeah,
effective.
it really
And
does.
so I think that two things are missing. It would be our ability to be a top performer in our niche, whatever we're doing, and our ability to communicate more clearly.
Yeah, it really does help with being really precise and clear. Because you gotta tell it exactly what you want in a understandable manner for it to produce the results that you want. So it's definitely good practice for that. Okay, and where do you see people or you need support to move forward?
Just everybody deciding what they want to use AI in and letting me know.
Okay, is there anything else?
Yeah, if they need help, let me know that too. If they want to do one-on-one.
Okay. And just looking at the stepping stones. Okay. Does anyone else need help with what they're working on with AI? Understanding it, learning how to create something. Well, that would be the thing.
I really like AI.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It is. I was gonna say that would be the thing to communicate now, or that I think that's what Sister Deborah's asking for too. So if there's something that you already have top of mind that you would need support with, you can write it down. If not,
I would like to know if Mom would be interested in using AI to help write some descriptions.
Some descriptions? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Hello?
Right, captions.
can you hear us? Hello? Can anybody hear me? I don't know what just happened. But, okay. I think we got that written down. Yes. I think belongs to Deborah. How convenient.
Still can't hear.
I can't find
Deborah's
Discord.
having a problem with her mic.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh, there you are. We were hearing you the whole
Oh,
time.
okay.
Can you hear us?
Something happened. Was you asking me, Enoch, no, I forgot what you asked.
Would you be interested in helping to use ChatGPT to create descriptions?
Yeah. Who?
Me and Shanicia.
Yeah. I would.
Thank you. All right.
You mean doing it together, right?
We can start by doing it together, but we really like some help. Do something consistently.
Let me think about that. For now, I'll help. For how long? I'll help right now.
Okay.
For descriptions for the videos?
Yeah.
No, for the
For daylight
for
videos.
the photos, the social photos that we're posting.
I thought you
That's
said
our
for the
biggest
videos
bottleneck
too.
right now. What
Well,
you
let me
say,
see what
Shanicia?
it'll take, because I don't know if I'm good at that kind of stuff.
When you're using ChatGPT, or talking to us all about improving your communication with writing,
Mm-hmm.
this is your opportunity to do that. What I'm doing is I'm seeking to I want to find a way that you can use ChatGPT to be helpful in the ministry, rather than just playing with it and understanding how it works.
That's what we're doing, Enoch.
Well,
You have to understand how it works in order to know what to do with it.
Not exactly. I mean, I think there's quite a handful of people on the team who's been able to produce a whole lot more, and knowing a lot less of how to use it, they've been able to create a lot more in what they're doing.
Are they using what they learned then?
They are learning as they go, not just learning, but they are doing, and as they're doing, they're learning more from producing than they are about producing.
What do you want me to do with that information, Enoch?
I would like you to put ChatGPT to use in producing something.
You just got through telling me that it is being used to produce things.
I was saying other people on the team were.
Well, I'm glad. Good job, you guys.
Thanks for your willingness to help with writing descriptions. I look forward to working with you, Mom. There's definitely a lot of opportunities to do it alongside each other.
Yeah, that's gonna be real helpful.
I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. We're moving on. We're moving along. So, number 4 says, Sister Kathy, would you be willing to read this one?
Yes.
Thank you.
Katharina will set intentions to conduct 8 content rhythm workathons so we can establish daily live It's Coming videos, microblogs, quote cards, email sequences, and book post content rhythms by March 29th.
All right. And
I talked to her about letting me know what her progress was, what her biggest problem was, and where she needs help, and that I needed to know that preferably by Sunday so that I could report on Monday. And this morning she did send me a message at 6:35 to tell me that she didn't, to sum it up, she didn't get a lot done this last week.
Okay, but good reaching out though. I remember last week that was a bottleneck and you worked on it.
Right.
Like for getting feedback on how things are going. So that's really good progress.
She said she was gone this weekend. She's going to be gone next weekend, and but she desires to work on it this week. But she didn't give me any feedback for last week, what, if anything got accomplished, if any reels got done, or any quote cards or anything. She didn't tell me anything of those things got done. That just, she's hoping to work on it this week.
Okay, that's really good. And another thing, like with that, I think you're familiar with the people who are heavily involved with content rhythm, and so you can ask us to. I have some things to share that we were able to do.
Good.
I know, well, Enoch had his 30-day challenge. I think we're on 24 out of 30 now, daylight videos, so that's pretty cool. Yesterday, we were able to do like a different kind of video for our daylight video, where he was sharing his system of creating, how he creates content, his content machine, and he created templates for quote cards. I was able to do 2 of them. I set a stretch goal is what I'm calling it, of 15. I'm like, yeah, this takes longer than I thought. So I was able to do 2, which is nice. Create 2 quote cards, I mean.
2 quote cards
Yeah.
on templates.
No, he created templates and I created quote cards. Yeah. And also with content, I have to keep up with the MKRs. Maybe this could be written down as an area for support, me to me, but to record the MKRs for how many posts and videos and things are being published, because I have quote cards that are scheduled all the way to like mid-April or the end of April, and they've been going out consistently every week on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and then yeah, those ones are scheduled on Publier. I'm not sure how many, but I know they went out. And then this week we were able to do some more of those posts on Facebook that people are really engaging with. I would call them value posts. I don't know what else to call them, but we take little bite-sized quotables and post them on Facebook, and people love them. So that's progress. I think in regards to switching, like recording the things, for me personally, I do need outsider perspective, but I think that I've been getting better with recording on vMix and switching and cutting things strategically. So that's been fun. And all those tie in somehow to the content with them. So those are mine.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enoch, do you have any other thing that I didn't mention that we do with contact with them this week? Any other progress?
I'm really glad we have the template, and looks like we went another 7 days doing daily live videos. I think Katharina's greatest challenge is something to do with her schedule and finding the time or knowing how to do that. So by continually working with her and her schedule, it will, I think she'll find something that works.
Okay. And so that's the number one biggest problem, and also I guess an area for support, Sister Kathy. Sister Kathy, is that something that you're willing to continue working with Katharina on?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, thank you. And what expectations are at risk of being unmet?
The content going out,
Why is that?
because if they're not working on creating content and doing the things that she's hoping to do, because she doesn't see where she has time, then I would think that would be a problem.
Well, content is going out every week, pretty much every day. And we'll continue to do that. I think we have to find out exactly what Katharina's challenge is, like besides her schedule. It's like, I know one thing that she's focused on is creating outlines and reels using the new app, but content is going out every week consistently, has been. And we'll post more this week too. But it's just maybe at the amount of content that we want to put out there. Or at the rate that we do, but it'll be slow until we figure out our system. And where do you see people or you need support to move forward?
Support.
So support.
Don't
Well-
say tech support.
Okay, not tech support. So we have to record the MKRs, continue working with Catherine on her schedule. Is there anything that you see that you specifically need support to move forward, or anybody else would need support to move forward?
I know I'm willing to work with Katharina regarding her schedule.
Is there anything else?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Last one. So it says Shanicia will conduct 5 strategic partnership interviews using the questions in the Daniel checklist, the Clarity Call script, and the AY questions database, so we can gain clarity in our market research as we create profitable partnerships for Enoch and the AOI by March 29, 2023.
Enoch and the AOI.
I did not work on that this past week in regards to interviews on my thing that I'm working on. But I was still able to follow up with a few people that I reached out to the week before that wants to schedule Enoch. So that is some progress.
Whoa.
We were able to. Oh, he has 2 interviews coming up this week. That's gonna be fun.
2 this week?
I do believe so. I have 2 phone calls to make today to confirm, but that's when they're scheduled for. And I guess something that's directly related to this is the resource page that we're creating. I worked on that, I think Monday or Tuesday. Started it, and I got clarity on what we're really looking for with that yesterday. So that's nice. Yeah, I didn't work on this much last week, but I do plan. I guess this could be an area for support. I do plan on making one of those posts that they have in the. I put it down last week, but I didn't do it. But making a post in one of the need a guest groups and letting people know that I have a podcast, and then the type of people that we're looking to interview and why. And I think that way I'll get more people who are interested too. So that would be nice. So these MKRs are not up to date.
Silver and gold.
I can say that much. But I will go back and update them before our next thingamabob. I'll probably update them after this when I look back to see what I actually did. Because this has been slow going. I've been working on scheduling Enoch, but not people on my podcast.
Scheduling it.
So that's nice. Okay, so number 1 biggest problem, since I did my weekly ones from last week already.
Weekly news.
Number 1 biggest problem that we are currently facing, such that by solving would make the greatest difference in moving this monthly mission forward, is like casting the vision to more people. Like the same way I would do if I'm scheduling for Enoch is like increase the volume of the people that I'm asking and reaching out to. I need to do the same thing for getting people on here. So, and I haven't done that. I've been doing like a couple at a time. So reaching out to more people. And an area for support. Oh no, what expectations are at risk of being unmet?
Boy,
What are you procrastinating?
what expectations?
This is not for this one, but for strategic partnerships in general, there's a conversation that, a follow-up conversation to have with Sister Deborah and giving her feedback for how she's been doing with entering the data in the strategic partnership list. That conversation needs to be had and even needs to be present. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do it this week during that time, because the interview is Thursday morning and then Wednesday morning we have the quarterly meeting. But that's on my radar to get done. And where do you see people or you need support to move forward? So I'd like either Enoch or Kamran's help on how to. I created the fill out form account yesterday, and so now I have to figure out how to connect it to my calendar hero that I created for it and connect it to Notion somehow. My funnel hub. And then another thing is support from Sister Kathy and Enoch to create. This is for the other strategic partnership stuff, but to make sure that the calendar, like for interviewing people on our platform, make sure the dates and the times and those are correct. And then from Sister Kathy to help me to go through the clarity call ones, like I mentioned yesterday, to make sure those are up to date for the folks that's interested in getting on clarity calls.
And I get what that last one about.
Okay.
The dates and the times. Okay, what was that?
And then the next one was for Sister Kathy, for me to work with Sister Kathy to make sure the clarity call calendar, the dates and the times on those are correct as well for the people who are on our radar for clarity calls. Because we have the time set aside, we just have to double check, make sure everything's good. But the ones for interviewing people on our platform, I don't think that one's created as yet, so. And there was something else. Oh, another thing. What I plan to do is when I go to Georgia next week, I have, by God's grace, I'm going to schedule for Enoch. I could probably do both at the same time, but schedule for Enoch interviews for April, so that when we come back we can do those. Because March is almost over, and most of the people that I've reached out to already is like the end of March, beginning of April. Because that's not gonna work since I'm not gonna be here. So that is something. I guess that's more of a reminder for me, but yeah. All right, thanks, Kamran. Let's see. This is the last thing. All right, so now we're gonna go down to step 3.5. What do you intend to work on next week? And I know, and also what your new learnings are gonna be. I know Sister Deborah already filled out hers, but let's take. What's this? 26. Let's take 4 or 5 more minutes to fill out our weekly wins and what we're going to be learning. Then we're going to come back, go through those, and say a prayer. I'm going to put mine right here. So starting now, you can go ahead and fill that out. And keep in mind the stepping stones for the monthly mission. Those have actionable steps that we can work on. And also where the biggest bottleneck is, what we can do to unbottleneck those. Make sure our weekly wins are surrounded that. I know there's things that we do every week that could be in the other things, but what specific things can we do to work on our bottlenecks?
Bottlenecks. Do you have a bottleneck?
Where's my account book? Oh, no, I don't want it on there. No, they don't have it. Next thing I'm gonna switch to.
been having a productive debriefing.
This has been nice. Thank you guys. Yeesh. Where did I write those down? They're not here. Oh no. And also, just a reminder that the quarterly meeting is Wednesday. I think I mentioned it before, and Sister Kathy sent a reminder. So be sure to fill out your report forms before that time. There was something else. Oh.
Are you able to see my top 3 weekly wins above Mom's?
Yeah.
That's good.
Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's pretty much everybody who's going to fill out. Sister Sherry listens in. We can write a book more than we needed. Okay, so did you guys write down what you're going to be learning? On top of things, I see. Alright, well, let's go ahead and go through these then. Exit this out. So, what's it starting with? Come on.
I could start.
Oh. Okay, well, you can start and then Kamran can go after.
Okay. I'm going to talk to Kamran about the analytics and schedule people that want to find AI apps or who want to learn how to use them, and help with the descriptions. And what I'll be learning is the analytics, the AI, and the descriptions.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And come on.
Well, number 1, make the new direction email sequence go live. Number 2, make the Skills Unlimited funnel live and functional. Number 3, blank.
Okay. What are you gonna be learning?
What are you learning? What are you learning, Kamran? Well, there's a land that is fair within thee. Hold on here. There's 2 books. Oh boy, there's 2 books now. So I'm gonna keep listening to 7 Habits book, and then there was this other book about discipline by Brian Tracy.
That sounds fun. Are we still holding on, or was that it?
We can move on.
All right. Thank you. Sister
Move
Kathy.
on now.
Oh, move on or hold on?
Huh?
You said move on or hold on?
Move along now. There's
Oh.
nothing to see here.
Ay, ay, ay. All right. Sister Kathy.
Going through the Manage Like a Boss course and following the steps that are found there for creating the system for constantly discovering the biggest bottlenecks in each monthly mission. Continue working with Katharina on her schedule and working with Shanisha to make sure the dates and times on the calendar for the interviewing people on the platform are correct.
And your new learnings?
Managing like a boss.
Oh, you
Like
said
a
that
boss.
already? Okay, cool. And Enoch,
Shanicia?
what are your weekly wins, sir?
What are your weekly wins,
Well,
sir?
my first weekly win is to send out the new direction email sequence with Kamran. And the second is to record 7 daily live videos. Fun stuff and beyond. Third is to speak with Roland to say, yes, let's serve some health coaches.
That'll be cool. All right.
And
what,
I'm learning
yeah, go
about, in my devotions, about communicating with confidence and overcoming fear and anxiety and just who God says that we are and our message and our light and some of those things. And then I'm going to be studying about social photo posts for creating like that, like a cool card rhythm with Mom and you and Shanice, Katharina and Rebecca and whatnot.
That's cool. All right. Thank you for sharing. And it's my turn. Okay. So I want to create 10 to 15 quote cards using the new templates.
Whoa.
That's
You're going to focus on that this week too?
yeah. I want to get
Whoa.
those done so we can get them out there.
Mama, can you make 10 descriptions?
10 descriptions.
Make that as your weekly win?
Can you make 10?
And I don't know. I don't know
You don't know
what
if you can make
mean
this
by
weekly
that.
win?
I don't know what you mean by doing that.
What do you mean?
I would
You
just
make
be
any-
working with- Huh?
You make anything a weekly win, but
Well,
I
you
don't know
have help
that.
with descriptions. So I'm just asking if you could help with 10 descriptions.
I don't remember doing a description, so I don't know what it entails.
I'm asking you, would you be willing to make it your goal to do 10? That helps you to understand what it entails and set realistic expectations. The purpose of the number is not to reach the number. The purpose of the number is for you to have something you're able to measure to see what is realistic number. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So would you be willing to set a MKR to do 10 this week?
I don't know if I want to do them.
Well,
Depends.
can you decide to do 10 this week, and then by the end of 10 you'll know better, have a better educated guess of whether you want to continue or not?
Yeah.
That way you'll be working with Shanicia. You can encourage her to get her goal complete to the finish line. She can encourage you to get your goal to the finish line. That sounds doable?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Shanicia.
Alright. And so my next one is to schedule 5 strategic partnership interviews for eating. 4 for me potentially, and follow up with 3 that I've already reached out to. So I'm doing 5, 4, 3. Anyways, and create a social post inviting people to speak on the podcast. So I'm gonna do that in the Meet a Guest group, and other groups I am in on Facebook. I'm gonna utilize those, make some new friends. Plans. Okay, and then what I'm going to be learning in my personal devotions is a study on true identity, which that was from my homework from the week before last, my assignment. But I realized that I had started a study on that already, so I'm going to continue and then report on it on Friday. And then I want to create more lower thirds, like the one I did for the book, but for our other product offers, so I can switch between those. Or like have it running at the bottom of VMix. And then I'm going to be...
Wonderful.
Whoa, where did it go? Oh, it just jumped up a bit. And writing this... Yeah, I think so too. And then writing descriptions and hooks. I'm going to continue doing that using Chat GPT and the transcript. And... Oh my... moving down.
No.
And then going through the delegation podcast by Andy. Okay, by Andy Stanley. I know what I wrote. I don't even see it. And so that's
How do you see that?
no, that's all of mine. I think everybody shared. Yep. All right, awesome sauce. Thank you guys for hanging in there. You did a great job, and thank you for all your work this week. Yes.
Before we close, I have a question to ask.
Oh.
I think now's a good time to ask it.
Okay, go right ahead.
I'm thinking we should move the challenge a week later. We did May, we moved it a week later because of the event in Florida the first weekend in May. And I'm thinking that we should move the challenge to the first week in April. We originally was not going to do it so it would not conflict with Easter for people, thinking we were having 100 people attending and it might be a challenge for them to attend on their Easter Sunday. But because that's not the situation and you're going to be gone the week before, I'm thinking we should move the challenge to the 6th of April, starting the 6th of April.
So you're saying Shanicia would be gone during the week we're having the challenge scheduled currently?
That's right.
Okay, and now you're suggesting to have the challenge over Easter?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we're not having Myron repitch for us in April, so that doesn't conflict with it. And we don't have 100 people signed up, I don't believe yet, by April, so that it will conflict with the Easter Sunday. Yes.
But don't we have 2 weeks to get 100 people?
I don't think so. No, because today's the 20th. We have 1 week is all we would have. Where if we moved it out a week, then we would have 2 weeks to get 100 people.
So when
I see what you're saying.
Any thoughts on that? Shanisha, did you start to say something?
I did, but I realized that it's not this week. Because I was gonna say, so wait, the challenge was gonna be starting this week, but it would have been next Thursday.
Yeah, it would have been next Thursday, and we moved it up a week because we didn't want to conflict with Easter, but I don't think there's going to be a conflict now with Easter. Since Myra's not repitching for us in April.
Okay. I mean, I'm okay with either way. I plan to do my part the best of my ability. So I'm okay with
Does
moving
anybody
it.
else have any thoughts on that?
No.
Humron, will that cause any problems with the funnels or anything? Is that
The phone is changing the date.
yes?
I have to update that on the funnel, but that's fine.
Okay. So if we move it 1 week from March 30th to April the 6th, that will not cause any problems?
No, it should be fine.
Okay. That's my suggestion.
Okay, thanks for bringing it up, Sister Kathy.
Wait,
Oh.
hold on.
Okay, we're holding.
Isn't it already? Isn't the challenge already scheduled for the 6th? Maybe
That
not.
would be good to know.
Maybe not on the calendar, but I think on the funnel it's already.
Okay, that would be the first Thursday of the month. Alrighty, that's good to know. If you can verify that for us, please.
Yeah, I can verify that real quick.
So that way you'll be back, Shanicia,
Oh,
because
it
did you
does
not
say
say you're
much.
coming back on the 5th?
Yeah, that's a plan.
Okay.
It does say March 30th.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to change that, but that's okay.
All right.
Okay,
Looks like it works.
and I'll change it on the calendar. Thank you, everybody.
Awesome. Thanks, Sister Kathy.
Praise the Lord.
All right. Sister Deborah, would you like to close us in prayer?
Prayer. Take it to
Sure.
the Lord in
I
prayer.
didn't know I was unmuted. Yeah.
Thank you.
Dear Lord, thank you for the things that you set before us, and I pray that we'll do a good job with it. And please give us all the energy and the faith and everything that we need to do the work that's set before us. Help us to help each other and to help each other get each other's jobs done where we need help and encouragement. And please be with us and help us to remember why we're doing this. And
Amen.
it's to glorify you, Lord, to bring more people to love you and to hopefully they will see the love that you have for them and want to live their life for you too. Please be with us and help us to express that with people and to be a light. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Shanicia.
Praise God.
Did a good job, Shanicia.